Have you ever wondered how ordinary life can sometimes hide extraordinary tragedy? In a quiet Texas neighborhood, a family's story took a shocking turn, one that left friends, neighbors, and an entire community in disbelief. Today, we're diving into a case that challenges everything we think we know about family, trust, and the fragility of life. It started like any other day. Children played outside, neighbors exchanged greetings, and the home at the center of this story seemed peaceful and ordinary. But behind closed doors, something was unfolding that would forever change the lives of those involved. Before we get into the details, let's take a moment to remember that at the heart of every story like this are real people, lives filled with laughter, love, and hopes for the future. Their story is one of both tragedy and lessons that we can all learn from. 1. The discovery that shook a community. Authorities were called to the neighborhood after a concerned neighbor noticed something unusual.
550. Send me a supervisor. There's blood. There's one body with a knife.
Oye, bro. Salte ahorita. Agarren el carro.
John 550. Send me a couple of minutes for comfort.
10-4. Any unit that can assist John 30 by 26 1 no longer soon.
When police arrived, they found a scene that no one could have anticipated. Immediate questions arose. What happened? Who was involved? And, most importantly, why? The suspect, a man known to the victims, was taken into custody without incident. Early reports suggest this was not a random act, but something deeply personal. Neighbors, who had always seen the household as safe and ordinary, were left struggling to understand how violence could erupt in a place they considered familiar. The investigation highlighted how complex and unpredictable human behavior can be. Police meticulously documented the scene, and evidence suggested this was not an accident, but a deliberate act. 2. Remembering the victims. The victims were a mother and her young daughter, described by everyone who knew them as kind, caring, and full of life. The mother was active in her community, always helping out at events and lending a hand to those in need. Her daughter was bright, energetic, and had a future full of promise. Friends and family shared stories of family gatherings, school events, and casual moments in the neighborhood, simple snapshots of a life that, until now, seemed ordinary. Their sudden loss left a void that will never be filled, and reminds us that behind every headline are real people with dreams, relationships, and stories that mattered. 3. Understanding the suspect. The suspect is the son of the mother, and authorities are investigating his background to understand what may have led to this tragedy. While specifics are still emerging, early reports suggest potential stressors, including family conflict, financial issues, or untreated mental health concerns. Mental health experts note that extreme familial conflict often arises from a mix of personal, relational, and situational factors. While neighbors say they saw nothing that suggested violence, investigators are carefully reviewing any past interactions, warnings, or signs that could have predicted this outcome. This highlights the importance of understanding that family relationships, even in seemingly normal households, can hide complex and sometimes dangerous dynamics.
Yeah, the guy you detained with the black over black. Jonathan's son.
For 2519, apartment number 204.
Mamun Gabriel. That's the guy that waved you down.
Okay.
The date of birth 11. He lives right here around the block. He said he wanted to go pick up his mom, so.
Yeah, by Bartlett, I believe he lives by Bartlett.
32061.
What's his DOB?
Sergeant, I'm going to deal with another unit. It's here?
Yeah. Where's your unit, Sanchez?
I put him in there. It's mine. You can put it there. Yes.
Yeah, put it
It's already open.
4. Shockwaves through the community. News of the incident rippled through the neighborhood and beyond. People described the family as quiet, friendly, and unassuming, making the tragedy even harder to grasp. Vigils and memorials were organized, where community members came together to mourn and support one another. Counselors and local organizations mobilized to provide guidance and emotional care. Social media was flooded with expressions of grief, solidarity, and calls for justice. This collective response illustrates how communities confront trauma, both by mourning the loss and by finding ways to help each other heal. 5. The importance of recognizing warning signs. While no one could have predicted every tragic event, experts emphasize that extreme acts of family violence are rarely completely random. Warning signs may include escalating conflict, aggressive or erratic behavior, or sudden changes in personality. In this case, authorities are reviewing past interactions to see if anything was missed. The lesson is clear: vigilance, open communication, and early intervention can sometimes prevent tragedy. If you ever notice concerning behavior, reaching out to authorities or support services can make a real difference. 6. Legal proceedings and the investigation. The suspect now faces serious charges, including murder, and the investigation continues. Police are gathering evidence, reviewing digital records, and interviewing witnesses to understand the circumstances and motives. Legal experts point out that family-related cases often require detailed evaluations, including mental health assessments and examination of prior conflicts. The goal is not just to determine guilt, but also to understand the broader context of the crime and to educate the public on preventing similar tragedies. Depending on the findings, sentencing could range from long-term imprisonment to the maximum allowed by law. The process is ongoing, with justice and public safety at the forefront. 7. Emotional and psychological impact. The loss of a mother and daughter sends ripples far beyond the immediate family. Survivors often face a combination of grief, trauma, and even guilt, particularly when the perpetrator is a family member. First responders and witnesses also experience lasting psychological effects from encountering such tragic scenes. Counselors stress the importance of creating safe spaces for expression, offering professional support, and providing community resources to those affected. Addressing trauma early and proactively can prevent long-term mental health issues and help communities heal. 8. Broader societal lessons. This tragedy serves as a powerful reminder of the responsibilities we all share in protecting families and communities. Awareness is the first step. Escalating conflicts, unusual behavior, or sudden changes in a loved one's personality should never be dismissed. Often, what seems like a small argument or temporary tension can be a sign of deeper issues that require attention. By noticing these warning signs early, families, friends, and neighbors can intervene before situations spiral out of control. Equally important is mental health support. Many tragedies are linked to untreated mental health conditions or emotional struggles. Encouraging those who are struggling to seek help is not only an act of care, it can save lives. Counseling, therapy, and professional guidance provide essential tools to manage stress, conflict, and difficult emotions safely. Communities and families must work to remove stigma around mental health, making it easier for individuals to ask for help when they need it most. Community vigilance also plays a critical role. Reporting concerning behavior to authorities or support organizations can prevent minor issues from escalating into serious harm. No one should feel that their concerns are insignificant. Early action can make the difference between safety and tragedy. Finally, education and prevention are vital. Public awareness campaigns on domestic violence help people recognize warning signs, understand the importance of early intervention, and provide resources for at-risk families. By learning from these lessons, we can create safer environments, offer support to those in need, and work together to prevent future heartbreaking events from occurring. 9. Honoring the victims. While the investigation and legal proceedings unfold, it's essential to remember the lives lost. The mother and daughter were cherished, loved, and full of promise. Friends and neighbors recall their warmth, their laughter, and their presence in everyday life. Tributes poured in, sharing memories of celebrations, school events, and ordinary moments that now hold extraordinary significance. Remembering them is more than honoring the past. It's a call to protect others, prevent future tragedies, and ensure that their lives are not forgotten. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more.